If born again means what you were taught, your entire spiritual life may have started from a misunderstanding. When Jesus tells Nicodemus, "You must be born again," he is not prescribing religion. He is not describing a prayer. He is not securing your afterlife. He is dismantling the identity you are clinging to. Nicodemus comes at night. In John's Gospel, night means blindness. He is trained, respected, devout, and still he cannot see. Jesus says, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Not enter, see. If it must be seen, it cannot be absent. You don't need new sight for something missing. You need new sight for what has been here the whole time. The kingdom is not elsewhere. It is unnoticed. That which is born of the flesh is flesh. That which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Two births, two identities. Flesh confines you to body, memory, personality, history. Spirit is not an upgrade to that. Spirit is a different center. Religion tries to rehabilitate the flesh. Jesus doesn't rehabilitate it. He replaces the reference point. If you identify only as flesh, separation is inevitable. A body reaching for God, a mind trying to believe correctly, a self trying to secure eternity. Striving is built into that structure. But if you are born of spirit, the axis shifts. You are not reaching for God. You are living from what is already sustaining you. Separation is not a condition. It is a conclusion drawn from the wrong identity. If you've spent your life trying to get closer to God, you've been trying to cross a distance that never existed. Not because you failed, because the starting point was false. That doesn't call for improvement. It calls for collapse. But doesn't sin separate us from God? If separation were literal, existence would be impossible. Because Acts says, "In him we live and move and have our being." Not near him, in him. So sin doesn't create ontological distance. It creates perceptual distortion. It doesn't remove you from God. It makes you imagine you're removed. The prodigal was called dead, but he never stopped being a son. Union didn't end. Awareness did. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live. That's not moral language. That's identity language. But the isolated I loses its throne. And when that I loses its throne, separation collapses with it. I will put a new spirit within you. Within. New birth doesn't add something. It reveals what has always been animating you. It is not divine approval. It is recognition. Performance becomes spiritual fear. But if new birth is awakening, the question changes. Not, did I perform? But, what am I taking myself to be? Flesh or spirit? One strives, the other rests. Nothing is imported. Nothing is transferred. Nothing is withheld. Union was never achieved. It was recognized. If this reframes something deeply for you, stay with this work. Each week, we are dismantling separation, line by line. And if you're navigating identity questions personally and want structured guidance, my email is below.